Good morning, welcome to the Morning Drive. This is Javon Para, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 reasons to be kind. Why should I be kind? Well, first of all, reason number 1, it feels good. It feels good to be kind. Just be kind. Man, it just feels so good to be kind. Kindness has intrinsic value, meaning if you want nothing from anybody and you just are being kind because you're just trying just to be kind, I just want to be gracious and loving and giving for the sake of itself, it feels good. Try it. Number 2, it feels feels good for you. Number 2, it feels good for others. Oh my gosh. Did you know we have these things called mirror neurons in our brain? And when others watch you be kind, it has the same synaptic firings in their brains as if they were doing the kind action themselves. So when you're kind, guess what's happening? You're living in their brain and being kind for others in their brain, and they're experiencing the benefits of kindness themselves. It's crazy. Number 3, peace. So to be kind, true kindness, you have to leave the past and the regret in the fantasy of the past by itself. You got to leave the future and all your fears and all that fantasy on its own, and you got to be present to be kind. You got to be right here and be kind to whoever you're trying to be kind to, and that puts you in this present moment. And the moment you're in this present moment, not in the past, not in the future, you're at peace. If you're completely present, it's peaceful. So that's a great place to be. Being kind, number 3, gives you peace. Number 4, there is a wonderful thing that you tap into when you are kind. Carl Jung introduced it as it's called the subconscious database. I forget what he called it, but basically it's this database of information where like thoughts come from and ideas and all this stuff that comes up in our brains all the time. Carl Jung talks about how that wasn't your thought. It wasn't your data. It's actually a shared database by all of humanity. And Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung parted ways at that point, because Sigmund Freud said, "Hey, you're crazy." And Carl Jung said, "Hey, man, this is evolution. You should consider it." So there's a database of information that you can tap into from being kind, because you're being in the present moment and releasing being controlled by your crazy random thoughts is the best way to tap into new inspiration, new ideas, and guidance that is outside of the normal. Because if you always do what makes sense, what's happening is you're just doing what you've done before. That's why it makes sense, because it's familiar to you. You've been thinking this thought forever. You've been doing this thing forever. So of course it's going to make sense for you. But guess what? A guy who makes $1 billion easily is not going to do the same things, and the things don't make the same sense as the guy that can barely make $10,000 a year. It's not going to, their activities are not going to make sense to each other. They're both going to look at each other and say, "That's crazy." And the reason is they have different experiences, different thought patterns. So how do you get free of that? How do you open yourself up to the potential that's available, which is unlimited? Well, I say one of the best ways to do that is to be kind. It slows you down. It brings you to this present moment. It opens you up to this database of information that's available for you. It's incredible. So those are the 4 things. Be kind. Feels good. Feels good for others. Slows you down till you're at peace. Taps you in to the unlimited information database that's available for you.